Good morning. One interesting thing that I'm able to glean from launching my podcast is I have access to demographics that I've never seen before. So the male to female ratio, I'm not surprised by that. I can see that on TikTok that I have about 84% male followers and 16% female. Not surprised at all. One thing that is a little surprising to me, considering the fact that the bulk of my following is on TikTok, is the age demographics. And this is surprising to me, but it shouldn't be surprising to me. But look at this: 18 to 22, 5%, 23 to 27, 24%. When I picture the typical TikTok demographics, I would say, in my mind at least, I would think the majority of the people on TikTok are under 22 years old. I don't know, or maybe under 27 years old. Let's just say 27. 70% of you are older than, at least in my mind, the general TikTok demographic. And there's a reason why I'm saying this, and it's simply because I'm diving in on something, and I think that that's not going to be something that a lot of you are going to be excited about, but maybe you should be. It fascinated to me, the largest demographic, 35 to 44 years old. That is my demographic, and I guess like-minded, similar seasons of life people are going to be in that demographic and are going to be listening to me. Something else that I'm seeing very interesting here: half of you, I think, maybe it's a little skewed, but because I listen to my own podcast, but half of you are over 35 years old. And Crypto Weatherman, I've talked with him about his demographics versus the blockchain boy, because they're all in the crypto nights. It's similar for him. He has a much older demographic versus blockchain boy. It's all 20 somethings. So here is why I'm saying this. It's simply this. This may not be something that you will be excited about, but perhaps you should be. Yesterday, I talked on the phone with someone who has been watching my videos for several months. He gave me the fire hose on NFTs, and now I'm deep diving. There's a lot to learn, but I'm motivated. Many of you know more than I do in this regard. Tips and resources are appreciated, and I want to extend that to any of you watching this video. Tips and resources are appreciated. But here's the thing that he told me that has motivated me for this. It's not to be one of those people who just, pumps and dumps NFTs. Pumping and dumping NFTs it's a very attractive thing for me. From simply a dollar and cents mindset, I could easily do that on TikTok. Very easily. That's not my interest. Here is the thing that the person who I talked to told me yesterday. It's simply this, and it blew my mind, and I really I want to believe him. It's just okay. Let me just say it. He told me that, at least on TikTok, that he's created NFTs. He has a DAO on Discord. I'll talk about that in a minute. He's convinced that none of the major influencers on TikTok really have a grasp on NFTs. And so first thing I thought of was, wait a second, the blockchain boy? Are you saying the blockchain boy doesn't really have a grasp on NFTs? And okay, I'm not saying I agree with him on this. At least with my limited knowledge, it seems like the blockchain boy, and probably Joshua Jake as well, they have a great deal of knowledge about NFTs. But he was pretty steadfast in that not even the blockchain boy really has a grasp on this. And so he says there's an opening for somebody like me to deep dive, to acquire knowledge, and to be the most knowledgeable person on TikTok, at least in this space, a knowledgeable person with some kind of a following. Okay, so you guys know me. You've been watching my channel for a while. You know that I am no nonsense, that I am for you, that I lose sleep thinking about if you're telling me that, this recent dump that you're in a loss right now. You guys know I lose sleep over that. And so if I become the most knowledgeable person, if he's right, I become the most knowledgeable person in this space with any kind of a following. I'm not going to do you wrong, and I'm just going to be straight up. I'm just going to be honest about, like, all right, here is what I'm looking at. Here's what I like, and here's what you need to know. And yeah, but I think for a lot of you, that's something that's going to be a hard shift. But maybe it shouldn't be. And oh shoot, I forgot to look this up real quick. Mac and Cheesy. I'm just gonna show his TikTok. All right, Mac and Cheesy. I opened my FYP on TikTok today, and oh man. All right, go to Mac and Cheesy TikTok on TikTok. I thought it would be the first thing that would show up. My FYP on TikTok today. First thing that it showed me when I opened up on TikTok was a video of his showing how much transaction volume there has been on NFTs. And we saw a huge spike in September, and then it kind of flatlined. It was still very high volume. But then in January, massive move up. So NFTs, I'm processing this. NFTs are probably going to function differently as in terms of like everything, cryptos generally function on cycles. NFTs might not do that. And all right, enough about NFTs. I'm going to talk a little bit more later about NFTs, but I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Crypto boomer. I want to address this comment. When Alex pivots into NFTs, we need no other confirmation that he's bearish. Okay, first response, listen to my podcast and Trump Rules 67. You pointed that out. I mean, on my podcast, I made a case for why I'm a bull right now. But he's not 100% wrong here. I'm not bearish at all. I am not bearish. Okay, and Bitcoin is actually looking very strong today. What it is I'm tired. This could go on. We could be in the 30s. Honestly, I hate to say it like this. We could be in the 30s for months. We could just be in the 30s for months. I expect a retrace up to the 40s or 50s, but I want something that will, while Bitcoin is in the 30s, give me some form of energy, some form of motivation, a reason to get out of bed, because crab markets are torture. Bull markets, bullish moves and bearish moves are exciting, but crabbish moves are torture. And so I'm mentally preparing for, all right, education time, and what is an area that I am very much deficient in. So it's not that I'm bearish, it's that I'm bored. What's an area that I'm deficient in that I can learn a lot about and transfer that knowledge to you about? It's definitely NFTs. That is an area that I'm lacking. So anyway, looking at Bitcoin, I've gotten rid of, why is it reloading? I've gotten rid of a lot of things except for the bull market support band. Is that right? Oh my goodness. All right, Bitcoin is moving right now. So, I say we could be in the 30s for months, or we could be, I fully acknowledge we could be in the 30s for hours. Okay. We might only have a few more hours in the 30s. All right. But I've gotten rid of everything. Now, should I have gotten rid of the Fibonacci extension retracement levels? No. So actually, let me draw that out real quick here. And this might take a minute, but all right, fibs. Here we go with the fibs. So we might be coming up on the 0.238 here. And we still have a ways to go, okay? So that's the first place where I'm looking at, where I would say, okay, are we going to form some kind of a lower high on a bigger scale, or are we forming a series of higher lows? That is the name of the game when it comes to where are we? You know, from that bottom on January 24th to today, it seems like we might be forming a series of higher lows. Higher lows, higher highs. And so we might be in the middle of a trend reversal. What I would like to see that would confirm the breakout of that trend reversal is at least a break through the 236, which is at $41,465. That was a very crudely drawn one, so you know, give or take a few dollars. It is nice to see this breakout, sort of a breakout forming, because looking at the jobs report today, the stock market reacted pretty poorly to a negative jobs report. I was looking at futures in the middle of the night, and I woke up in the middle of the night basically to do research on NFTs because I was excited about NFTs. But we had a negative reaction to this job report. Unemployment rose, but payrolls jumped unexpectedly. Whatever the case, it was unexpected. Whatever, you know, and so the market reacted poorly. Cryptos, you know, we were trying to break through $38,000 for Bitcoin, but then we dumped down to $37,000. But then this rebound was very much unexpected, at least on my end, seeing Bitcoin maybe trying to make a move up to $40,000. Which there'll probably be some resistance at 40,000 as well. But this is all in real time as I'm processing this. This is a move to levels that we haven't seen since we broke through $40,000 on, that was only January 20th. It feels like forever ago, you know? So lots of potential, there's potential here, but I am not getting my hopes up too high until I see at least a break. You know, a break above $40,000 would be nice, but a break above this 238, that we're not forming this macro lower high, essentially. So that is all Bitcoin analysis as far as today is concerned. Again, you guys know, here's another thing that why I'm taking some time to look into NFTs is I've laid out everything, and now I'm just waiting. Okay, I'm just waiting a little bit. You know, I want to see something happen. And my basic thesis statement is that we have lots of bottom forming structures in place. And so I do believe that a bottom has formed and that we are most likely not going to go below $30,000, and but that there is maybe like a little bit under a 10% chance that we would have a weekly close below $30,000 and between 30,000 and 19,000, which is where the 200-week simple moving average is, which is the bear market bottom. Between those levels, there's pretty much air. And so we could end up going down to $19,000 very quickly. The miners could end up capitulating, but I think it's very, very unlikely in that if that were to be the case, there would more likely be a retrace higher. So now I'm waiting for that to play out. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I laid that out on my podcast. I've laid that out in several videos. I'm just waiting for that to play out. And so what's that going to look like? We'll see. All right. Day one of the deep dive of NFTs. Here's the deal. Here's what I have found. Magic Eden. All right, first of all, for me, and I think for most people, think of Ethereum as the place where deep pockets would go because they don't have to worry about the gas fees. And think of Solana as where a large majority of people will go because, you know, on Solana, you don't have to worry about the gas fees. And so on Solana, the biggest DApp on Solana is Magic Eden. I had never heard of it until yesterday. I watched videos, interviews with the founders. They launched in September. They exploded very quickly. They have done over the last 24 hours 86,000 Solana worth of volume. That's high volume. And in their existence, they've done 4.8 million Solana of volume. This is the place where people are going. This is the place where people in the know are going to find their next the next big thing with NFTs. So keep this in mind. Magic Eden is the place to go, not Solana art. This is bigger than Solana art, and this has much more potential. This is where people are going. You can buy all the NFTs that you know on Solana art. See, I own a BabbleX NFT. You could buy it here. So everything that Solana art has, Magic Eden has, but Magic Eden also has more than that. So number one, Solana over Ethereum. Number two, Magic Eden is the place to go. Number three, I know, oh man, Discord is so intimidating to me, but yesterday when I started deep diving, I am now in a point where I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable now, and that makes it much easier for me. It's much easier for me also on the desktop instead of on my phone. For most people, for younger people, it's easier on their phones. For me, it's easier on the desktop. You need to find, I would strongly recommend that you find a DAO. So I am in a DAO. I'm not going to name the DAO. You could pause your screen right now and see which DAO I am in. I just don't want to flood them with noobs right now. If you want more information on this, message me on Twitter. My Twitter DMs are open, but you need a DAO. And the reason why you need a DAO is because these are people in the know. They are going to guide you, and I'm just absorbing everything from them. But the people who are chatting in this meta alpha chat, which I know, just look for meta alphas, and it doesn't have to be this particular DAO, but they know. They look at projects and they know much quicker than I would by looking at a project. Is this legit or is this not? Or at least, if you're going to be a flipper, is this the place? Is this something that has potential to make you a phenomenal return on your investment? And so I was lucky enough to find this DAO. The person who I talked to who gave me those NFTs, he directed me to this DAO. He runs the DAO. And so this is what you're going to have. You got to research. How do I get into a DAO? Usually it means you have to hold an NFT. So the DAO that I'm in, I hold an NFT. The person gave me 2 NFTs, and I hold one now. And that's done very well. And so find a DAO, glean as much as you can from the people in that DAO. And that's really it. So Magic Eden, Solana, Magic Eden, Discord, DAO. Those are the 4 big words if this is something that you at least want to pursue. But I will be giving more information as I gain more. And one other thing. There is one NFT. I was on there before. This is going to take a little bit of time, and by a little bit of time, I mean months, weeks to months, couple months, nothing crazy. I'm very excited about this project in particular. Enviro, I'm not going to take the time to explain, but tons of utility, awesome utility. And I would encourage you, read as much as you can about this project in particular. This is not a promotion, but I would love to do a promotion for this project. I would absolutely love it. So check it out, Enviro. There is an inferior version to this one that has exploded. And this is far superior. And I do believe that this one is going to do very well. And so they're early. It's early on in the stage, but I'm not going to take the time to explain it. And I really want to do a lot more research myself, but I'm convinced on this one. So I know this is a long video, and I know that it's different, but that's all I have for today. I would love to know, what do you want to know, or what do you want to tell me about this sphere? I want to be clear. I'm coming into this with an open mind, and I could completely be like, this is only for pump and dumps, or I could completely be like, this is the future. We just need to fine tune things. I'm 50-50, honestly, either way. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But all right, have a great weekend. I will see you in another video. Peace.